Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Morgcraft. Hey, Morgan. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff over here. There's a whole farm laid out, and the problem with this tutorial-ish style series is that, yeah, wow, if you have a crash and data corruption, like, okay, so what ended up happening is my Windows decided to restart itself for update, and I kept telling it no, 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 and eventually it started trying to do it, and I tried to stop it, and it crashed, and my computer crashed, and when I booted up, the OBS video had stopped recording, but the recording was a lost cause. The recording was, like, messed up really bad, and in fact, I don't know how bad it was messed up, because it wasn't letting me open the file with any media player on my computer, including the editing software. So I lost progress on all of this. So all of this clipboard and how I had it. Oh, I did check that. I guess I can check that off. So here is what we have for today. So what we were going to do, I was going. What happened is I went over the steel armor that I crafted myself. It's really strong, sturdy armor. Oh. Huh. I lost all my achievements, apparently? I don't... Oh, there's a lot of achievements. Yeah. Well, I guess that's a thing. I didn't know. I just loaded in, and I did not know that that had happened. So that's fantastic. We'll deal with that in a bit. So basically, I wanted to do farming, like I said, because my storage was getting to critical mass, or not my storage, my food supply was getting to just the worst. So yeah, I put steel armor on because it's really durable, and I needed it to go over to that battle tower over there. I needed a watering can, which the recipe for a watering can is stone and a bowl. Then you get a watering can, you go right click it on specifically a source block of water, and it fills up. As you can see, the bar is filling up. It holds 1,000 water, which I don't really know what the unit means, but it advances the growth ticks in an area. It's similar to bone meal in that you use it to grow crops fast. As you can see, it's growing the crops very quickly. It's dark out, so the lighting isn't perfect, so they're not going to grow immediately perfectly, but whatever. Also on the list of things was industrial hemp, which is just this plant. It's from immersive engineering. It's used to create hemp, which you can use to create string, and it's also used for creating biodiesel, which I'm not going to get into too much. And hemp is also used for making... Can I grow one of these real quick so that I can show the recipes off? Or, there we go. Hemp is used for making tough fabric. That's for windmill stuff. Gunpowder barrels, which, hempcrete. Hemp rope coil, which is decoration, and string. But the tough fabric is used to make windmill sails, a jump cushion, which I don't know what it does, a balloon, and curtains. So it's mostly decorative, but there is some stuff that's actually practical. I was using it for the string because I needed gross amounts of string to create 8 dispensers because I made a vanilla farm. So basically, I guess I ran through and showed exactly how to build this, but I guess I will just, that's a real bummer that it crashed like it did. Wow. Yeah, I guess I will, I'll flow down to here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should flow properly. And then all of these cobble are in the right place. Yeah, I tested it, so it should all be good to go. Man, I built up how you need to, like, build it, and I showed that, and it's just, it's a real bummer. So I guess I'll just show it off. It sucks. Did the button smelt up? I don't know. Right there, running back, was when I crashed. Did this smelt? This did, okay. Craft a button. So yeah, the hoppers and dispensers. I already covered the industrial hemp. The well is something from Pam's Harvest Craft. I don't really know what it does, and I had something for it last night, but I don't remember. I'm just trying to. It's such a bummer with this tutorial style because it's like, oh, I'll show you how to do all this, and then it just crashed after I showed you how to do all this, and now it's all already done. So now you get an explanation of it as best I can, but you don't get the hands-on look, and it's just. It's depressing. Anyway, okay, that didn't trample. I'm actually gonna plant this hemp fall into the hopper at all. No, okay. I'm gonna plant the hemp on this side and the wheat on that side. Now this hemp, this is semi-auto because I'm gonna have to press the button. I'm not doing block update detection, so it's gonna be semi-automatic, but that'll be fine. And we need a bucket of water in every one of these dispensers. I'm going to leave the infinite water source here just because I don't want to have to run down to the all the way to the thing every time. The lake or the river every time to get water. So it's nice to have here. Basically, how this farm works, you smack this button. The way dispensers work, when you have a bucket of water in the dispenser. Ooh, that might knock the worms off. I hope that doesn't knock the worms off. We'll see. You know, when you have a button, or when you have a water bucket in the dispenser, it pushes the water out, and then once the button will once the redstone signal's off, it'll retract the button, I believe, for the water. It leaves the worms alone, it looks like. That's cool. And then the water flows, and then if we press the button again, yeah, it sucks the water back up. So the farm works, and then it all should funnel. The hemp disappeared. Maybe that doesn't work with hemp? And you're not flowing into the hopper for some reason. Interesting. What if I do this? Now we're on to some experimentation, since this isn't working quite how it's supposed to be. So I guess there's that. There's some, there's still work to be done, which is always good. It's nice to not have it just be all good to go, so I have to try and explain to you, like, I can show you how it works now, and sadly, you don't get to see how to build it, but, you know, it exists. God, I feel really fucking depressed about this, because it's really fun to make these, to me. Like, I really enjoy being able to make these things, and I really enjoy being able to show it off, and it's just kind of a bummer that it, like, died. My recording decided it was not having any of that. It's just frustrating. But that's okay. I'm not gonna let it get me down. It's gotta. Look, everything can be beneficial in some way. We have to find our way for it to be beneficial, or else it's just gonna be depressing, and that's not cool. That's not what we want. We don't want to be depressed. So let's just work this out, shall we? So we're going to want to put this there. And that isn't flowing, because that reaches the extent, which is nice. And then these... The difficult part, I'm going to actually retract the water now. Because the difficult part will be... It's nice that the worms don't go away. Now, there are definitely modded ways you can do this, but part of this is to show Morgan how to play just Minecraft in general. So having this vanilla farm, for one thing, it works. Like, when I get it working, it will work really effectively. So it's good to have, you know, it's not like it's a dysfunctional or anything. It's not like it's supposed to be dysfunctional or anything. It's supposed to work, and it will work. I'll make it work. It'll work or I'll make it work. Damn it. So now I have to grow these with the watering can. Yeah, obviously I don't have enough seeds to fill out the whole farm. I think what I'm going to do is probably, since the hemp just disappeared, I'll just grow wheat on this farm. I'll grow food. Oh, maybe beans. Beans would be a good idea. I could do bean stew. Bean stew is really useful. So yeah, I'll do bean stew. Beans are a good idea. That was good thinking. So 1/2 will be beans, 1/2 will be wheat. Kind of bothers me that that's not symmetrical, but it also bothers me that everything that's happened recently. Fuck, this is awful and terrible, but it'll be fine. I hope that it works with the beans. The worst case scenario, I'll just make baguettes, which are just better than bread and cheaper than bread. They just require a little smelting. So it's 1-to-1 bread. One wheat creates one baguette, and a baguette is, I believe, I think it's 3 food bars. It's either 3 or 3.5. Maybe 2.5. It might be as good as bread, but it's cheaper. But I'm pretty sure it's better than bread. Anyhow, or better than plain bread, I should say. Obviously, a baguette is still bread, and it's still even made out of wheat and stuff, but whatever. Quark, adding that nifty right-clicking to just replant. That's so nice. It gets rid of so much. It's just a nice little thing. I'm pretty sure that's Quark. It might be Pam's Harvest Craft, or actually Additions. I'm pretty sure that's Quark, though. Alright, that'll be enough to, I mean, it was already enough to show it off, but, see, look, symmetricality, that's nice. Okay, so what should happen now is it'll all flow to the hopper, and it'll stop right there. So this should get it down into the hoppers, and then, you know, from there into the chests. And this will grow, and I'll probably be growing this off camera with a watering can just to speed up the process, you know, because I want to fill out the farm, because this is mainly for food. Alright, let's see how this goes. This shouldn't run off the edge, if I got this right. Yep, and then all of these will run into the hoppers. The beans are going, which is nice, so hemp is just angry. And then once that flows for a little bit, we'll run back up here, and we'll probably put concrete up here to make it faster, and then we just drag the water back, and then boom. And then, yeah, beans and wheat. So this is a very vanilla mechanic. The worms will make it grow faster. Worms just re-till the soil as well in a 3x3 area, and they grow the food slightly faster. I don't remember the exact amount, but it is faster than just planting. And basically what you do with beans is, and wheat, and I'll show you, is you can make a lesser magic bean, or bean stew, which is what I'm going for. Bean stew, you can also make a bunch of Pam Harvest Craft stuff. Veggie stir fry, oh, that's a lot. Anyway, a bean stew, it gives 4 hunger bars, which is great. That's, you know, really good food. It's a bowl, a wheat, and 3 beans, which beans grow really fast and are really effective. And what's more is that they're stacking. So unlike vanilla mushroom stew, which is just awful and terrible, because you just have a bunch of stacks of bowls that turn into not a bunch of stacks of food. See, that bean's already fully grown. I think beans only have 1 growth cycle, so it's really nice to have beans. Can't tell if this is accelerating their growth. It might be. It's really hard to tell with the watering can sometimes if it is accelerating the growth or not. But yeah, I'll just, I know this is going to be a waste. You know what? I don't want to do that. I would, but that's going to be just awful if I do that. It's going to be so wasteful of the wheat growth progress. So I'm just going to grab these beans myself. But the goal, and see, it grows just a ton of beans. Like, we already have so many beans now. And I'm gonna craft a couple of bean. I have 10 wheat, so I'll hold on to like 9 of these just so that I can grow. Or I guess, yeah, 9. That's gonna be uneven and bother me, but whatever. It'll grow. And oh yeah, I made an apple tree. It's 3 apples plus an oak sapling, or any sapling, I believe. And it creates an apple tree from Pam's Harvest Craft, which is just a normal oak tree, but it has these apples that grow off it. They take their time. I'm pretty sure the watering can speed them up. The watering can's really wonky. It used to be a lot better coded, it seemed, but like actually, it was also really overly strong, overpowered. So it got tuned to be less so, which is fine. But man, I do miss the overpowered water can. I really miss the really strong Bedrockium water can. That was just the best, and really, really cheaty, because you could just get it so easily with the old cobblestone compression trick. It was just terrible. Anyway, let me put all this stuff away. Put these in the ingot chest, and I'll just eat this. And this is our farm, and it's, see, they stack, and then the bowls stack, so it's pretty good. It's an entirely, because of the fact that the bowls stack too, it's an entirely renewable source of food, which is amazing. Also, not to put too fine a point on it, I switched to using osmium tools. I have steel still. Osmium isn't as good as steel. I believe the mining speed of it is an efficiency 1 iron pickaxe or efficiency 2 iron pickaxe, but it's just slightly faster than iron. And, oh, there we go, this grew, and then we grab an apple and boom. You just right click, don't left click because that'll break the apple off. You just want it to right click. Anyhow, so yeah, yeah, so the Paxil, or the osmium, it's slightly more, it's about double the durability of iron. It has the exact same properties of iron, except it's a little faster as well. Just a little faster and a little more durable. And so it's really nice to use for tools. Steel is better used for armor, but I do still have a steel Paxil, and I will probably from here on only be making it into steel pickaxes, because steel can mine obsidian just like diamond, whereas osmium and iron can't. So I will still be using a steel pick for the obsidian collection, but nothing else really. This is just an ores chest. I gotta refill the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The black quartz can't be put through the enrichment chamber. There we go. And uranium turns into yellowite, which is good because I'm not gonna be using industrial craft too much. I'm gonna be using what is it? What is it called? Big reactors, or extreme reactors is the port of big reactors, but I'm going to be using that for massive power gen later on. Anyway, so that's the end of the episode. This one's really short. It was actually longer, not so long as the second one was, that 40-minute monster, but it was longer than the first one. It was about I had 22 minutes recorded. It was going to be another probably 5 or 6 minutes. So it probably would have been around 30 minutes, that video, and it was going to be long, but I want to keep them around 20 minutes. So the first one, they're not all going to be that way just because of the nature of things, and I ramble. But this one probably a little shorter just because of the crash. But you can see we have a farm going. It's going to be great. And see, we're already growing our stuff. Got a re-watering can. Basically, between episodes, I'm just going to be watering canning, more resource collection, and then next episode, we can get into working on... I don't know. I don't know what I want to work on. Maybe we'll do a logistical sorting system. It's just we don't really have the space to be doing logistical sorting. I know. We'll get into doing some iron chests and... let me look into mechanism real quick and see what we can get into. Oh yeah, we can make some jetpacks, and this is something I've done to death. And the reason I included industrial craft too, actually, a little tidbit, is I wanted to use industrial craft. Oh no, I forgot to put a bucket of water down there, so that's gonna be a deadly fall. I gotta go do that as well. But I put in industrial craft 2 because I wanted to use industrial craft 2's electric jetpacks. They're a lot less power efficient. You know, you're gonna have to recharge it plenty. But power is cheaper than hydrogen for mechanism, and I've just done mechanism jetpacks so many times, because they're great, but I've done them so many times, and I didn't want to do them this series, But that's kind of just the way it is, because Industrial Craft 2 doesn't want to play well with other mods, and I can't get it to work with the mechanism cables. I don't know why, but hey, that's okay. We'll get going with it. It'll be fine. Um, yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the short episode. If you like the shorter format, I can try to make all the episodes shorter. It'll be a lot more prep. It'll either be a lot more prep or a lot less content, but probably a lot more prep beforehand, and then just the cool stuff being shown. So kind of just tell me, like, I try to do just where it's going to be like resource collection, and because I'm trying to teach Morgan how to do this, but she already knows how to collect resources. Everybody knows how to mine, so I'm trying to teach her how to do all these cool things. So that's kind of why I want to go through and do the labored setup and that. Get through the. I wanted to show off like exactly how to build that farm, but it's based. It's structure. I showed the mechanical parts of it. Putting up the dispensers and that. As far as the tiered system, this has to be 7 and 7 because water flows 8 blocks, so it has to be 7 along in the farm, 4 out because it only can fertilize or it can only moisturize, irrigate 4 parts. So anyway, just tell me what you think, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, this has been a short one. Have a good one. Yeah, bye.